Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, can you just also sing
Hare
Hare Krishna?
Krishna. Sorry, Mataji. Hare Krishna,
And then
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya
Books.
Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Very nice, Prabhuji. You have a very divine voice.
Sorry Mataji, I'm still
No,
learning.
no. Why you say sorry, Prabhuji? Very nice. Thank you so much. You created the mood. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Marini Mataji, please chant the Mangala Charan, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandak Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Agnana Timirandasya Gnana Jana Salakaya Taksur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam. Mataji, can you go down? What happened? Mataji, can you go down? Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa. Mataji. Dadati Swa Padantikam.
Just a minute. I'm so sorry, Mataji. Just a minute. I don't know why it's not going down. Just a minute, Mataji. Sorry, Mataji. I'm very sorry. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Vandeham Sri Guru Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Talita Sri Visakha Vitam हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपीसा गोपिका कंठ राधा कंठ नमस्तुते तप्त कंचना गौरंगी राधा वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुतदेवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपसिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे back to Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Danda Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. I apologize, Mataji.
That's okay,
For my
Mataji.
delay, Mataji.
Yeah, that's okay, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhujis and Matajis, for joining today's discussion. So we are reading Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, the divisions of faith. So today we'll discuss the chapter 17, verse 14 to 16. Today we'll discuss where Krishna is talking to Arjuna about the body, mind, and words, the austerity, and about the body, mind, and words or speech, how we can austere those um, um, in the service of the Lord. So we'll read that. Let's begin. So these are three small verses, Prabhuji's and Mataji's. So we'll read all together and then we'll discuss. So I can start reading Bhagavad Gita 17.14. Devadija Guru Pragna Pujanam Saucham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa cha Sariram Tapa Uchyate. Devotees, please three of us can read the verse.
I can read.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Saucham Arjvam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Sariram Tapa Uchyate. Get it probably.
Hare
Thank
Krishna
you.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Srila Prabhupada ki
Yes.
jai.
Yes, Prabhuji, read.
Deva Dvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Saucham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa cha Sariram Tapa Uchyate.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice. Priti Mataji, yeah, you can.
Yeah, Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Deva Vija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa cha Sariram Tapa Uchyate. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, devotees, please read synonyms, translation, one devotee, and then one devotee can read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Please, Mataji, read.
Deva of the Supreme Lord. Dvija, the Brahmanas. Guru, the spiritual master. Pragna, and worshipable personalities. Pujanam, worship. Saucham, cleanliness. Arjavam, simplicity. Brahmacharyam, celibacy. Ahimsa, non-violence. Cha, also. Shariram, pertaining to the body. Tapaha, austerity. Uchete, is said to be. Translation and purport by Jagatguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Austerity of the body consists in worship of the Supreme Lord. The Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Prabhuji, I'm really tired. I'm so sorry. Krishna, please forgive me. Devotees, please forgive me. Shubal Prabhuji would like to read the purport.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna devotees and Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Godhead here explains the different kinds of austerity and penance. First, he explains the austerities and penance practiced by the body. One should offer or learn to offer respect to God or the demigods, the perfect qualified brahmanas, and the spiritual master and superiors like father, mother, or any person who is conservant with Vedic knowledge. These should be given proper respect. One should practice cleansing oneself externally and internally, and he should learn to become simple in behavior. He should not do anything which is non-sanctioned by the scriptural injunctions. He should not indulge in sex outside of marriage life, or sex sanctioned in the scripture only for marriage, or otherwise this is called celibacy. These are penances and austerities as far as the body is concerned. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. If you please, Prabhuji, explain.
Mataji, Prabhupada clearly, explain. Austerity is, we have to do austerity, for to worship the Supreme Lord. Even we see great devotees do it. In fact, when Krishna came, He was following all the rules and regulations. He went to, as a student to Sandipani Muni. And here Prabhupada says that the spiritual master and superiors are like father and mother. So one should offer to learn respect to elders, gods, demigods, even though we should not see them equal to the Supreme Lord, but we should give respect to everyone. In fact, we have to give respect to ant, of course, time, place, and circumstance, whatever is possible. To qualified brahmanas, spiritual masters, because they are next to the Supreme Lord. The Guru and the Lord on the same track, parallel. So we should not do anything which is not sanctioned in the scriptures, because sometimes we see that in this material world, people come up with their own scriptures which are not sanctioned, and they have self-claimed gods. So, and also Prabhupada here explains that with the 4 regulative principles we have to follow, and especially not to indulge in sex outside of the marriage. If we do it as per the scriptures, for begetting Krishna conscious children, that is also called celibacy. That's my understanding, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained, Prabhuji. We can go to the next verse and then we can discuss all together. So this verse is talking about the austerity of speech. So he said, Kaya Mana Bhakya means Kaya means body, Mana means mind, and Bhakya means speech or words. So we often used to hear this BMW. BMW means body, mind, and words. So therefore, we are now reading about the austerity of Bhakya, Bhakyam or words. So this is, I will start with the sloka. Anudvegakaram Bhakyam Satyam Priyahitam Chayat Swadhaya Vasanam Chaiva Banmayam Tapa Uchyate. Would like to read, 2 devotees can read the verse, please.
Can I read, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, please. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Amudvegakaram vakyam satyam priya hitam chayad swadhyaya bayasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa yuchyate. Back to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare-
Mataji. Very nice reading, Mataji.
Thank you.
Devotees, please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I can
Yes,
also try.
Prabhuji, please read.
Anugvedakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya vinasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. One Mataji or Prabhuji can also read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, please, Mataji.
अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् अभ्यासनं चैव वाङ्मयं तपच्यते तप
Thank you,
उच्यते.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji would like to read the synonyms and translation?
Myself, Mataji?
Yeah, you can read.
Yes, sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Synonyms. Anudvegakaram, not agitating. Vakyam, words. Satyam, truthful. Priya, dear. Hitam, beneficial. Cha, also. Yat, which. Swadhyaya, of Vedic study. Abhyasanam, practice. Cha, also. Eva, certainly. Vakmayam, of the voice. Tapa, austerity. Uchyate, is said to be. Hare Krishna. Translation by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not as agitating to the others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Who would like to read the purport?
I can read, Mataji.
Yes, please. Prabhu.
Okay. Nonetheless, pranam will go to Srila Prabhupada. Report by His Divine Grace. One should not speak in such a way to agitate the minds of others. Of course, when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instruction of his students. But such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his students if he will agitate their minds. This penance, as far as talking is concerned, besides that, one should not talk nonsense. The process of speaking in spiritual circles is to say something upheld by the scriptures. One should at once quote from scriptural authority to back up what he is saying. At the same time, such talk should be very pleasure to the ear. By such discussions, one may derive the highest benefit and elevate human society. There are limitless stock of Vedic literature, and one should study this. This is called penance of speech. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji would like to say something about this beautiful purport by Prabhupada.
Well, Srila Prabhupada is saying that we should basically study the Shastra and the literature because without it, we can't really back up what we're saying. So we don't really take things from like the Bible or the Quran or like I guess the Torah, because the thing is like we follow the parampara, the cyclic succession. So in the Bible, there's a lot of things that make sense, but also a lot of things that don't make sense. So unfortunately, there's like I don't know how many thousands of different excuse me versions of the Bible and also different religions within the Bible. So it's been changed so many times that we don't know which one is actually truth or because they change so many things. And the thing is like, since they don't even have a present guru, we don't really know, but we can back up and we can say like, Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So we can go and say, okay, Gaudiya Vaishnava, okay, he was there. And then his guru, and then his guru, and then his guru all the way up to, Lord Brahma, then to Krishna. So we can, we can track it thousands and thousands of years, probably even millions of years, even to the point of like thinking of tomorrow is the appearance of Nrsimhadev. So we can think, okay, Nrsimhadev, he came a day like tomorrow. He had the pastime. He came in such and such time. Maybe not here, but he came. So like his glories will be spoken again and again. Even after we pass, then the other generation will carry on. So we can like go on the Vedic literature and we can track it. We can make spiritual advancements, glorifying our masters, our teachers, and also present devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice addition. What you added. What Prabhupada is saying here. Thank you, Prabhuji. So we can go to the next verse. It is about the mind, manaha. So I'll read the sloka. Manaha prasadaha saumyadvam maunam atma vinigraha bhavasam samsuddhirityatat tapomana samuchyate. Who'd like to read? The two devotees can read the slokas and then one devotee will read the synonyms and translation and the purport. Devotees, please. Apriti Mataji, yeah, or Prabhuji would like to.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, please read Prabhuji.
I can try Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhavya samsuddhir iteyat tapo manasam uchyate. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, can I try?
Yes, Mataji.
Mana prasatta saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samsuddhir iti itat tapo manasam uchyate. Back to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Anyone devotee would like to read the sloka? Priti Mataji would like to read?
Hare
Oh,
Krishna,
she-
Mataji.
Done, come.
Manah prasad saumatyam maunam atmavinigraham bhava sansudir iti etar tapo manasam uchyate. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Would like to read the synonyms and translation, please?
Yeah, Mataji. Manah prasadaha, satisfaction of the mind. Saumyatvam, being without duplicity towards others. Maunam, gravity. Atma, of the self. Vinigraha, control. Bhava, of one's nature. Samsuddhi, purification. Iti, thus. Etat, this. Tapaha, austerity. Manasam, of the mind. Uchyate, is said to be.
Thank you.
Translation.
Yeah, translation.
And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self control, and purification of one's existence or the austerities of the mind. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Would like to read the purport? Raghu Prabhuji would like to read the purport?
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. It should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. The best training for the mind is gravity in thought. One should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. To purify one's nature is to become Krishna conscious. Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from the thoughts of sense enjoyments. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied. In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in so many different ways for sense gratification, and so there is no possibility of the minds becoming satisfied. The best course is to divert the mind to the Vedic literature which is full of satisfying stories, as in the Puranas and the Mahabharata. One can take advantage of this knowledge and thus become purified. The mind should be devoid of duplicity, and one should think of the welfare of all. Silence means that one is always thinking of self realization. The person in Krishna consciousness observes perfect silence in this sense. Control the mind means detaching the mind from sense enjoyment. One should be straightforward in his dealings and thereby purify his existence. All the qualities together constitute austerity in mental activities. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Prabhuji, please
so
add.
yeah, okay. Uh, this is a very, very important verse. I mean, all of them are, but this in particular, we know how difficult the mind is to control. It's constantly wandering here and there. And sense gratification is one of the big problems. And the mind can be easily diverted in 10 different directions at one time. And we know that at any one, at that during the course of a day, I think there's some 30,000 to 50,000 thoughts that can occur in the mind, if I'm correct. So, given that, it's sense gratification is a major problem. So, but then it's involved in all kinds of activities which have no value. And because of sense gratification, the mind also causes people to get in some kind of a trouble because sense gratification leads to more sense gratification and there's no satisfaction that comes from sense gratification. So the only way to tame the mind is to be like we're doing in Krishna consciousness as best as we can, uh, to be start looking at the Puranas, the Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam, and so on. So the more we read this is what Prabhupada is telling us, and this is what we are attempting to do. There's so many wonderful stories in that. And tomorrow we have Lord Narsimhadev, and there's a whole section, several sections on Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj and his prayers and everything, and then how Lord Narsimhadev came out of a pillar and then destroyed Hiranyakashipu. So we're going to celebrate that soon. But so that's one of the things to purify the mind. The other thing is the mind. Within the mind, people may have a certain thought, but they may do and say something else. So that is being duplicitous. So we cannot be deceiving. We have to say what's in our mind, and what should be in our mind is activities of Krishna consciousness. So if we are spiritually oriented, then everything that comes out of our mind will be also purifying to not only to our own selves but to other people. So so if you don't do that, then it's going to agitate the other person. So whatever we say should not be agitating the other person, because that then again that's not good. That actually was part of uh, the words part of it. But anyway, it mentions here that we should be straightforward in our dealings, and we should be, there's a gravity of the mind, which means that maintaining silence. Maintaining silence doesn't mean that we are being like very quiet. What it means is we are thoughtful in our self, in our atma, in our own purification. That's all it means. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained all the points, Prabhuji. Thank you, devotees, for adding your comments. So we can discuss now about this three verses together again, highlighting some few points which we can also memorize, which is that much important, or that body, mind, and words in this chapter, the faith of divisions of faith. And as we read before, that this faith depends upon our three modes of material nature. So when we are in the mode of goodness, practicing bhakti, that time we are in the mode of goodness. Right now, we are in the mode of goodness because we are together studying Bhagavad Gita, spoken by Lord Krishna. So that's why we are in mode of goodness. So therefore, our faith this time is very high. We have a deep faith on Krishna, to his scriptures, to the bhakti. So we are doing everything. And the tapasya, austerity, which described in these three verses, austerity of body, austerity of speech or words, and austerity of mind. And why austerity is needed? Why tapasya is needed? To purify our existence and to awaken bhakti for Krishna in our heart. That is the main goal of the austerity of the or tapasya. So if we do austerity in that sense, that means we are progressing in bhakti. So here Krishna is said about austerity of body, the external service of the body. So we have to purify our body externally to keep ready this body for Krishna's service. So when we take bath every day in the morning, that time, because we need to worship our deities, we have to do pujas in our puja room, we have to chant, we have to read shastras. So that's why it is important to clean our body, because our body is the property of Lord Krishna. So we need to clean, we need to present our body in front of him clean with clean body, not a dirty body. So that is the external service. Now the internal service is that Cheta Darpana Marjanam. In our body, in our internal body has lot of dirts. It's contaminated with material things. So therefore, how we can clean our body internally, how we can purify? By doing devotional service, by talking about Krishna, practicing Krishna consciousness, associating with devotees, that will clean our body internally. And as Prabhupada is telling here about, have to show our respect, our pranam every day morning. After getting up in the morning, we should show our pranam to the Lord, the Supreme Lord, our gurus, our Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, who has the Diksha Gurus, and also to show respect, pranam to our father and mother, and all the elderly and the Brahmanas. Why Brahmanas? Because Brahmanas gives knowledge to us. Brahmanas is the highest caste in this Varnashram Dharma, and Brahmanas always give us knowledge, and they are very austere, pure Brahmanas. So that's why it is important to show respect to them. So that is important, and that will do to our body. Now it's the Bhagavad Gita, verse 15, Krishna speaks about the expression of bhakti, speech. Why we'll do speech? Because we have to express our bhakti. And mind, through our mind, we can do internal cultivation. So let's see what's the point here. Krishna is described here in body in verse 14, Sarira Tapasya. So, as we discussed, worship of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu or Krishna, respect to all our demigods, because demigods are the servants of Krishna. That we have to remember. So, therefore, as we read in the previous verse, that we should not worship the demigods for our material benefits. Give me this money, give me that property, give me more bank balance, give me beautiful wife or husbands, etc. No, we do not need to worship demigods for that. But we should show respect to the demigods, because they are also servants of Lord Krishna. Also respect the Brahmanas, as we discuss, Brahmanas, spiritual master, and Vaishnavas. And we also have to clean ourselves internally and externally. That's also we discussed. And we have to be simple and honest. Arjavam. In the verse we read about this Sanskrit word Arjavam, means simplicity and honesty together. It's very important for two important Vaishnava qualities for to progress in bhakti. And brahmacharya, regulation of sex life, so means celibacy. It's important. We have to be disciplined in our life. So, and then next is non-violence or ahimsa. So therefore, we should not harm any other living entities. So no animal killing, unnecessarily, even just there is sometimes debate about, like some people says, like in the temple or even in at home. Our home is also a temple. We can make our home as a temple. And do not kill those lizards. Sometimes we see spiders. So people says, like, what will happen if we kill some spiders or lizards? They are not good for to be in the temple if we see, and even at home. So it's better not to kill them. Just take them outside and put it in outside of our house or temple, but it's better not to kill them, even if they are very small creatures. So, and also other animal killings is very important. So non-violence, ahimsa, is very important to progress in your spiritual path. That's all belongs to body. Now I'm coming to the speech or words as described in verse 15. Banmaya tapasya. This is another kind of austerity. So, and in Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, the first verse it says about Bacho Vegam, Manasa, Krodha Vegam. So, Bacho Vegam means a person who can tolerate the words, the speech, control the speech. Bacho Vegam, control the speech. They can be a good devotee. So, there are 6 qualities a person has to achieve to become a qualified Vaishnavas. So words is among them. So therefore, what we are talking and what we are saying to others, we have to be careful on that aspects, because words we should not disturb other minds by our words, which is very, very bad. Like means we cannot offend someone with bad words. We can be quiet if we do not like someone, or if we have some objections about someone's behavior or speech. It's better to keep quiet rather say bad words. It's not possible. Sometimes some situation comes, we have to say something, we cannot stop ourselves, but it's as a Vaishnava, it's better to talk to that person with a friendly manner, and try to sort out things without fighting or saying bad words. So that's what here Prabhupada is saying in the purport. Do not disturb others' minds with your words. So be careful about what I am speaking. I have to be careful. But at the same time, Prabhupada in the purport says the teacher can speak harshly to their students, though nowadays, especially in the United States, it is also not, it's not at all accepted. You cannot speak to anyone harshly or roughly. But in India, in our culture, the teachers when I was at school, the teachers, sometimes the teachers are speak harshly to other students that I saw. So which is acceptable, because why teachers is speaking harshly or chastise, or sometimes guru means heavy. So guru sometimes speaks harshly to his disciples, but it's okay, means that chastisement is required for a disciple to advance, so it is accepted. So the teacher can speak to us harshly, little bit rough, which is okay. Chastisement is good when we are learning something, so that is acceptable. But other than that, it's better not to disturb anyone's feelings by our words. And also, the second part is speaking truthfully according to Shastra. So we have to be truthful because we are following Shastra. Shastra says to be truthful. And then next is speaking beneficially for spiritual advancement. So what we are talking, we have to be careful. We cannot talk mundane things like Gramya. It's called Gramya Katha, means it's better not to speak about others in absence of someone. We are speaking about him or her. It's not recommended. And then next is speaking pleasantly without harsh criticism. That's what we discussed already. That whatever we discuss is better to speak in a friendly manner, friendly way, not in a harsh voice or something. And then is coming regular recitation of Vedic literature. As Prabhupada is telling that we have to read the Shastras, and that we will purify ourselves internally. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Right now, we are associating with each other on Zoom and studying Bhagavad Gita. What could be better than this at the Wednesday night, 8:30, 8:44 now? We are studying Bhagavad Gita. So those are the very good practice, and that way we are actually will advance by controlling our words and keep our words or speech by discussing about Krishna and his glories. Now the next is mind. That 16 verse, chapter 17, Manasa Tapasya, austerity of mind. So the mind is actually our best friend or worst enemy, because we have actually we had a skit here. I think most of our devotees watched this skit we did recently in a few months ago. That mind is our best friend or worst enemy. So because we can control our mind, or otherwise mind will control us. So which is very important statement. We have to be very careful. And here Prabhupada is saying in the purport that cheerfulness rooted in devotional engagement or prasada means when we are doing devotional service, our mind should be very happy, cheerful, and will not get that happiness when we'll do material things. As for example, when we go to, at least for myself, what I saw in the weekends when I go to satsang, doing some service, trying to do some service, or kirtan, doing kirtan with all the devotees, and having that with the association of the devotees, I feel so happy. I feel so happy. But at the same time, if someone take me to a party, just material party or birthday party, etc., like Bollywood dancing, etc., definitely my mind will be not that happy. What happiness will get through that association of devotees, through satsang. So devotional engagement actually help people to become really happy, cheerful. And the next is gentleness and humility. That is the Vaishnava quality. When our mind is gentle and have humility for others, then it's a good sign that our bhakti is awakening or purification is happening in our mind. And now, control of mental agitation through remembrance of Krishna. So when the mind is very chanchala, when mind is not settled somewhere, and with lot of disturbances are there in my mind, in our mind, then reading some verses from Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita really helps, or Chaitanya Charitamrita, or all Prabhupada's books. It really helps, and especially helps when and if still doesn't help, and if the mind is very down with something, some maybe downtime happening in our life, so then we should read the life of those acharyas, what they have done for us, and how much austerity, how much sacrifice they have done in this Krishna consciousness movement. Then our mind will be calm, and mind will not be agitated. So therefore, remembering the acharyas, remembering gurus, and through remembering Krishna, through gurus, remembering Krishna can help us to reduce our mental agitation. And the next is self-control by fixing the mind on the holy name. So chanting is the best policy. So it is hard when the mind is very agitated with some material reasons. It happens, it's very common, but we should try to chant all those times. Take the help of the holy names. Pray to Krishna. And Her Grace Nitai Sevini Mataji was telling, like when you have downtime, when you have bad time, just write to Krishna. Write a letter to Krishna. Krishna, it happens. It doesn't happen. It doesn't mean we are asking Krishna, Krishna, give me a good time. Krishna, give me a no. We are asking Krishna that Krishna, this time is this bad time is going through now. It shall pass, but please give me the strength to overcome it. So that should be the prayer to Krishna. So, and then next is purity of consciousness. Desire only to please Krishna. That is the main goal, to please Krishna, because we are the part and parcel of Lord Krishna. And it's called Athata Brahma Jigyasa. There are three questions. One is, who am I? Second is, who is God? And third is, what's the relationship of myself with God? Actually, we forgot that relationship. That's why we are in this material world. So, therefore, that question should be asked, and that way we'll revive our relationship with Krishna. Which way? By practicing the devotional service with sincerity and asking Krishna for help. Krishna, please help me. I want to progress in bhakti. I have this bar in my life. I have those circumstances going on in my life. Please help me. And Krishna definitely will reciprocate because he is Bhakta Vatsala. So, last the essence of Srila Prabhupada giving in this three verses, that real tapasa means voluntarily accepting discipline for advancing in Krishna consciousness. So, why we are doing austerity? Because we want to discipline our life to get the bhakti, to get the Krishna prema. And whatever we are doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna, because we are the servant of the servant of the servant of Lord Krishna. That is our identity, and that is our eternal identity. It will never change. So now I would stop here, and devotees, please add your comments or whatever you'd like to, and please correct me if you have say something wrong.
Can I say something, Mataji?
Yes, please, Prabhuji.
Oh, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for explaining it so nicely. I think most of the problems, like Krishna says, come from the mind. So we all try to be happy here, and that's one of the biggest problems. Because everybody's thinking, what am I gonna do today, tomorrow? What did I do? I can't fix it. Can I fix it? And then this is all, like the mind going back and forth thinking. So Krishna says, like Arjuna says, it's easier to control the wind than controlling the mind. So we can relate to the real Arjuna because he had so many issues. Of course, we're not in the battlefield, but like him, we had the battlefield of our senses, the mind, the co-workers, family, problems, traffic, friends, anything. People are losing their mind every day. You don't have to go super far. You can see like a lot of people that are homeless and even people who get like extremely angry and they just explode. They start cursing. Oh, I want to hate you, kill somebody. So if we come to the point of coming in through the real bhakti, we can make progress. Like you said, we can definitely realize Krishna and through his, through devotion. Because when we come into the spiritual activities, we get happy, but it's not material because that material happiness comes and goes really fast. But when we go into the spiritual happiness, then we really, really become happy because it's like our soul is connecting to that we have forgotten. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Very nice. Anyone, Prabhuji's, Mataji's, would like to add, please? What do you think about austerities? Like Hiranyakashipu also did austerities, but his austerities are for his benefit. He wants to be immortal. He wanted that boon from Brahma, Lord Brahma, that no one can kill me. So that, yes, Prabhuji would like to say something.
Yeah, I like the way Arjuna explained it. It was really nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sairam.
Yes.
Mataji, what you said, write a letter to Krishna, right, Mataji?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
really, I mean,
Not me, but our Grace Nitai Shivani Mataji
yes,
told us.
Mataji. Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji. I just want to give you one example recently.
Yes.
When you write something, it actually clear out of your mind, basically, any problem that you have. Mataji, sometimes and recently, when I had some personal problem on when somebody cheated on me, there are so many things, which disturbed me a lot. I just texted myself, Mataji, hey God, somehow I'm feeling better today. I don't know what you did to me. It is just something. I believe that there is somebody that I can express, and that is Krishna, right? And this is just my experience, Mataji. When you write something, it definitely takes you out of your mind, first of all. So then your path will be clear, then you will start thinking stable, then you will make wise decision, then you put your efforts into the right direction, and everything come will start flowing from you the moment you clear your impurity from your mind. And this is one really great tip, Mataji. Writing to the Lord is really great. You are addressing to somebody. When you write to Krishna from Sairam Prabhuji and write something, it really, that person is exist. That you don't have to see everything with your own eyes, right? When your heart feels, it exists, right, Mataji? Not
Yes.
everything
Yes.
that you can see with your eyes, but
Yes.
there is so much energy is around you, right? By doing this, you're you're just removing the one that is causing hurdle for you to move in the right direction. That is what really achieving. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. And Krishna is actually, you will feel like Krishna reciprocates. Definitely, Krishna reciprocates when the devotees are very genuinely praying to Krishna. Krishna reciprocates. Yes, it's very, very true. So just keep faith. This is the chapter for divisions of faith. So we should keep our faith to Krishna and keep ourselves in the mode of goodness. It's if possible most of the time of a day, like keep ourselves in a mode of goodness by remembering Krishna. Some ways, like we have to find ways, like we are all busy, and in this material world, lot of problems going on all the time, but we have to find the way. So it is important. And yes, Prabhuji. So anyone else? Any Prabhuji, Matajis? Sunita Mataji, Priti Mataji, Harini Mataji, and to say something. Anand Prabhu, all are quiet.
Hare Krishna Mataji. No, Mataji, just
Hare
following,
Krishna Prabhu.
just following all your instructions and Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Subal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, yeah,
Hare
very
Krishna,
wonderful discussion, Mataji, yeah. So austerities also, we had whatever, as you mentioned, we have to do it with Shraddha. Like, tomorrow it is a very auspicious day of Narasimha Chaturdasi. So, and Ekadashi is, all this, we have to try to, maintain the cleanliness, simplicity, the celibacy, and all these things with faith. And, and all this will come with the Vedic injunctions, Guru Sadhu Shastra. And we have to always, take, basic things like 4 regulatory principles we have to follow, and no meat eating, no intoxication. So these are the things we know, and we have to follow. I think our Shubhalas Prabhu mentions like A, B, C, D, right? Always, try to associate with the devotees as much as possible, and read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. These classes are very helpful. This is, and our pattern is like discussion. We have to convey our, and also ask questions, faithfully. and chanting every day morning. We have to, in the Brahma Muhurta if possible, try to finish our chanting, and we have to do, devotional service as much as possible, any seva. So with these simple things, bhakti is, easy but not simple, they say, right? But of course, it depends. So whatever, even if we speak with others, it has to be helpful for them. So it should be pleasing, beneficial. That is my understanding, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Very nicely said, Prabhuji. Faith and Shraddha, both are required. Doing well, we do the austerity. It's very important. So tomorrow we have Narsimha Chaturdashi. So just please meditate on the Lord's power, and we should pray to the Lord that our in our heart we have lot of anarthas, Kam, Krodh, the six begas, the Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Matsarya. So all those to remove, we should pray to Lord Narsimhadev to remove those vegas from our heart and give us Krishna Prema. Hey Lord Narsimhadev. So Prabhuji, is there anything tomorrow? Are you going to, anyone is talking tomorrow? Or we are doing anything on Zoom?
Mataji, I sent a message to Shubhlas Prabhu.
Okay.
Did not get reply yet. Maybe Prabhuji is busy. We can try. Otherwise, our Raghu Prabhu is there, or we can check with Sridham Prabhu. Mataji, or you all can,
You can ask Sridhar Prabhu tomorrow because Friday is off for him. So you can.
Oh yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, get Sridhar Prabhu. He'll have so many slides and he'll give a lot of information.
Yeah. Sure.
If you can. Otherwise, we'll have to. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, devotees. So tomorrow is very auspicious day. Let's pray Lord Narsimhadev to give us bhakti, to remove all the obstacles from our heart. So we are just ending today's discussion. If there is no more questions or comments. Vansha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhuba eva cha patitanam pavanebhya vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Gita ki jai, ISKCON Tampa ki jai.
Jai.
सरस्वती माता जी की जय. हरे कृष्णा. दंडवत प्रणाम.
Hare Krishna.
Hari
Thank you,
Bol, Mataji.
Mataji.
Tomorrow,
Jai Bol Mataji.
yeah,
Krishna.
Happy Narsingha Chaturdashi.
Happy
And,
Narsimha Chaturdashi to all.
हैप्पी
Happy
नरसिम्हा
Narasimha
चतुर्दशी.
Chaturdashi.
सेम टू यू.
Hare Krishna.